Now we're going to look at elasticity from a graphical representation standpoint. So one of the extreme cases would be where a demand curve is perfectly vertical. So it is at a fixed quantity and the price can go up or down and we are at that fixed quantity. We would refer to that as perfectly inelastic demand. It doesn't change. The quantity demanded does not change regardless of how much price may go up or down. That's really different than a steep demand curve where we would also categorize this as inelastic. It's just no longer perfectly inelastic. It's inelastic. It's very steep, sort of like the capital letter I goes up and down. That's a way to sort of remember what an inelastic demand curve looks like. Now we have the opposite sort of extreme case where we have a horizontal demand curve where it is fixed at a price and we have an unlimited amount of quantity change. We can go from no units to an infinite number of units, and so we would refer to this as perfectly elastic demand, and it's horizontal, sort of like the lowercase letter e. So a flat demand curve is elastic demand, like the letter E. And if we look at the two side by side, we start to see how the differences in sensitivity to price changes are illustrated by the relative steepness or flatness of the demand curve. So on the left, we have the market for a good that has relatively inelastic demand. And on the right, we have a good that has relatively elastic demand. And in both markets, the price is changing from P1 to P2. And yet, on the left-hand or inelastic market, the quantity is changing a very small amount from Q1 to Q2. And in the elastic market, the movement, the yellow arrow, is much longer from Q1 to Q2 because the demand for that good is very elastic or very price sensitive. So inelastic means small change in Q for a given change in price. Elastic means a big change in Q for a given change in price. So for our next class, I'd like you to draw a demand curve that is either elastic or inelastic for a specific good. And I'd like you to explain your reasoning as to why it's elastic or inelastic and bring it to class for the next time we meet.